Bonus damage. It's just composure and call it a day on that turn. I stole my fucking cards again. Give me my fucking cards back. Let's flip it. That didn't do anything. Quit stealing my shit, bitch. Oh my god, of course. Just burn that. Yeah, this was the right call to avoid all that annoying shit. Let's flip. There we go. Now we can get some pleasantries going. Gonna take some damage, I guess. Let's flip it. And its head's fuck. Oh, it doesn't even matter. I had plenty in hand to kill the argument. Ooh. Yeah. Let's go gambling. On heads, this card costs 0. I like how there's a picture of Sal on here now. Attack 2 random arguments. Spend all dominance. I'm not going for a dominance build. If you want me to hold up, or if you want to hold me up, take it up with the boss. But I'm due to set off charges in 20 minutes, and... Alright, get to your workstation then. But I know your face, laborer, if I smell even a whiff of that union baking stink about you. Can't talk, got a punch card to fill, industry don't wait for nobody. The Baron splutters like a faulty spigot, but otherwise doesn't stop you. That was closer than you'd like. Sup, oh rug? Whether it's heavy lifting or heavy hitting or on... That's funny. That, one... That's the exact same intro that he gets otherwise. Let's convince him. We'll see you at the rally tonight, eh? I hear it's going to be quite the banger, to borrow the local parlance. Rally? Hesh no. I told Calandra and the Jericho of hers that I wanted nothing to do with it. Ah, I see. You don't need the rise, eh? You can look after yourself. More or less, yeah. Well, which is it? More or less? He's swinging on me. Let's put some composure on, too. I'm sick of taking damage. Also, what is my base flourish? Gamble 5 times. Not nearly as good as Sal's base flourish. Diplomacy cards deal lower damage. That's a shame. Let's see here. There we go. I guess we'll just have to do that. I knew it as soon as I decided to flip it when it actually matters, I wouldn't get it. And then pleasantries. There we go. Bang, bang. It looks like we can just break this argument right here and now. Rig a snail. Yeah, let's go with rig. Prepare a card, deal max damage, draw a card. I don't really know enough about this dude yet to prepare cards and things, so prepare a card, prepared. This card costs one less. Sure. Why not? Having a good balance of hostility and diplomacy cards is probably the best call for Rook. You better listen close. You're not wrong that the rally will be trouble. The Spark Barons are sure to send enforcements, and they'll be looking for any excuse to penalize those in attendance. But Calandra has sent me to guarantee that you'll be safe in the crowd. Wear a mask if you like. If trouble comes to call, I'll be the one to answer the door. Giving you a chance to slip out the back, as it were. Huh, really? You'd do that? Well, alright then. Maybe I can mosey on by, just to give it a glance. Not committing to the rise or anything, mind. Just willing to hear what Calandra's got to say. You hand Orug a pamphlet and cross his name off your list. The next name on the list is Kalish. You probably have enough people convinced already, though, and the rally is starting soon. You could just fudge the numbers if you wanted. Let's try to do the extra here. You find Kalish's hovel amidst the sprawl. Didn't think my day would involve a grifter dealing. Let's try to convince you. I come bringing news. Despite what you might have heard, the labor rally is still on. Rain or shine, bog fog be damned. Oh, really? That is good news. I ain't going, of course. Are you sure? You wouldn't want to miss the event of a season, would you? Oh shit, that drink's already coming in handy. Let's see here, so we started on the happy side. I guess we just triple pleasantries. The happy side, the head side, frog side. Fuck, I think I should have rigged that first. Fuck. Well, don't worry, I won't get heads this time. Yep, every time. Yeah, get that shit out of here. Resolve be taking damage. So that's free. I'll rig that. I'm kind of getting the hang of it. The coin system is interesting for sure. I can just tell though that it's always going to be negotiation heavy with Rook. Set the coin? Huh. Or I can draw an additional card. I'd rather set the coin, to be honest. I guess we'll prepare a card with that. Roughneck seems interesting. You think this is some rally, but it's actually a test of your mettle. Barons will be watching, yes, but they'll be looking for those who stand above the rest. Workers of merit, workers of integrity. What, are you saying this rally is some sort of test? I'm not saying anything. But I will say that the only way to fail is to fail to make an appearance. Well, hesh, nobody told me it wasn't a real rally. Sure, I will be there, with bells on. If I can requisition bells, that is. We're only allotted so many per workhouse. It's not honest, but it's still a win. You've worked through the whole list from Calandra, though it's hard to imagine it was worth it. You should go to the rally. You'd hate to miss the opening act. You find the corner Calandra told you about. An anchored trolley stands in place of a podium, and Rise volunteers hand out pamphlets with one hand while clenching makeshift signs with the other. A couple of barons are standing guard, and one of them snatches a pamphlet and sneers at its pictograph contents. When Kyrgian appears, he silences the onlookers with a single upraised palm before stepping onto the trolley. Hail, laborers, workers, agents of making, because that's what we are, if you can believe it. The barons might beat the drum, might issue the scripts when we feel like it, and the demerits more often than that, or when they feel like it. But make no mistake, we are the ones making things happen, and that's why we hold all the power. And that's only how it starts. Some of the audience starts eyeing the crowd as if planning their escape, and you can hardly blame them. Talk like this on the derrick would only earn a crowd a face full of mustard. But Kyrgian, I'm gonna call him Kyrgian. But Kyrgian's a good speaker and more stick around than not while the barons watch on. But just before Kyrgian can build up a steam, a goon in spark bearing colors approaches the podium. Alright, laborer, that's enough. Your time is up. What? We've got a right to be here. New policy. Public gatherings all gotta disperse within 20 minutes unless otherwise approved in triplicate. Since when? Step off, Baron, or we'll consider this an infringement on our rights. What rights? You're laborers. Ain't that what you were just complaining about? Seems you made the mistake of fooling yourself into thinking anyone cares. Now get down from that cart before I drag you off myself. Get off me. You're pretty sure this is exactly why Kyrgian wanted you here in the first place. I think you want to step the hesh back and think this over for a second. I genuinely don't think that I can win this argument, but I might as well try. You gotta admit, this is a bad look. Let's see if I can apply some composure. Never. That card will never come up heads. Nah, it doesn't really deal damage. Guess we'll prepare a card. We'll keep Roughneck in our pocket. Or it doesn't do anything. Oh, she stole it. Okay. Boosted burn that, get all my stuff. And then let's gamble first. Oh, every goddamn time, baby. I guess I probably shouldn't have done that, considering that none of the damage is aimed at me, but that will spill over, so yeah. Best call I could have made, I guess. Let's see here. I want to set the coin to heads. Let's apply composure. Because I am really calling it close here. Well, that worked out. Just barely. Just barely did not have to resort to violence. I'll take another burn, I guess, or well... Rig 2 heads, then prepare a card. I'll go with another burn. You want some? The folks want to hear this. Want to hear his talk. They've gotten mighty excited to hear his talk too. Look around you. Is this a crowd you want to disappoint? For the first time, the Spark Baron seems to consider the crowd worked up and irritable, ready to turn their rage like a hot faucet. Turn on their rage. Fine. Finish up your stupid speech. It's all a bunch of hot air anyways. But I'm ready to issue demerits to the first sad soul who steps out of line. Capiche? Now that you've proven yourself useful, Kirjian returns to his audience and finishes with a flare. That went well. I think we're really reaching the people. Thanks, Rook. You vacate the area in case the Barons decide to come back to pick off the stragglers. Talk to Calandra, I guess. The rally is over. Good work, Rook. This one really reached people, I can tell. You get paid 63 shills, and I get restoration. Restore resolve, please, for the love of God. Time's come. I've got something extra special that needs your skills. That bar I mentioned earlier. It's kind of neutral ground, catering to barons and workers both. Meet me there after nightfall, we'll discuss it. Ah, and here I was wondering if you'd only hired me for the dagger and forgotten my cloak. Later, alright? Calandra leaves you alone with your questions. Okay. Opportunity time. Spark Baron permit. Quiet clearing the titles. I don't know, let's try this. That item didn't look too impressive. You take a seat on the soft patch of grass, taking in the soft sounds of critters in the bog. Lose 5 HP, but restore a shitload of resolve. I think increase max resolve by 5, lose 15 resolve. Yeesh. Let's take a long nap. You bunch up a small mound of moss to use as a pillow and find a comfortable position to drift off in. When you finally wake up, you feel completely refreshed, but you feel a bit sore from lying on the ground. Alright, let's see. Let's wait for Calandra. Nothing for me, barkeep. I'm only here to meet someone. Ain't none of my business, is it? You lean against the bar and watch the crowd as you wait for sunset. With the last of the light, Calandra walks through the door. Time for the real reason I hired you, I think. You know, it wasn't just to babysit my workers. I assumed not. You seem capable of doing that yourself. The real reason I hired you and not any other grifters with guns just as quick as yours. It's because I know you go back with Felimo, and I need you to infiltrate the Spark Barons. Ah, the pieces are beginning to coalesce. There's a worker, one of mine actually. He's been stealing from the Barons for a while now, but I looked the other way. Until he started stealing from my other workers too. Take him with you when you go to meet the Barons as a sign of good faith. Okay. That doesn't make sense. I would have appreciated... Oh, like turning him in. I would have appreciated you giving me the details sooner, but I can't say I'm not grateful for the challenge. Glad to hear it. Now, it must be years since you last saw your old pal. Don't you think it's time you paid him a visit? Yes, and I know just the present to bring him to. Ooh, another opportunity. Ooh, the gun show. Rook? They said you were dead. They say a lot of things, Frizz. Some of them are even true. But never the ones you want, am I right? What are you doing here? Working private security. Pays better than the Admiralty ever did, and I set my own hours. I'm here looking for freelance clients. Know anyone local who can pay top dollar for good weapons? Let's ask her to tweak our pistols. Remember these? You're still using those old things, huh? Us old things have to stick together. I'm surprised they're still intact. I was practically a child when I built those. Think you could do better now? Certainly, with the right parts and access to my tools in about a week. What could you do with 5 minutes and diminished expectations? Could make a couple of adjustments, I suppose. Let's increase charge chambers. Tell you what, I'll add one for free, I can add two, but it'll cost you. Always the mercenary, aren't you? I literally don't have enough. Girls gotta eat. Alright, give me a minute. Frizz opens up a toolkit, spend some time working on the pistols. There, good as new. Better even. Thanks, Frizz, this'll come in handy. It was for old time's sake. Alright, bye, Frizz. Likewise, Rook, my leave's up, so I'm back to Murder Bay. Don't get yourself killed out there. It's usually the other people we have to worry about anyway. So, I don't know. I don't know if that was the right choice or not. Let's infiltrate the Barrens. GT. Dragon Ball GT over here. Word is Dragon Ball GT's a good boss, but in Havaria, that doesn't necessarily mean she's a fair one. I'd ask what you're up to lurking through the feud at night, but then you might ask me the same. Demand GT come with you. You're coming with me. You're not a Baron, are you? You're just working with them, right? We can work out a deal that'll help us both. I'm probably going to need some convincing, so you already dislike me. Should I just beat you up, or what? What's the proposal? I'm listening. They think I'm Rise, but I'm not. I just don't like working. I've got a way out, though. I can leave. I'll give you my ID and then disappear forever. All you have to do is convince them that I'm dead. How does that sound? Sure. It sounds easier than fighting you. Great, here's my ID. Just tell them that the rest of me got disintegrated. You suspect it will be more difficult than that. Yeah, let's not end up with hate. Authority. At the start of each interrogation, add a random authority card to your draw pile. Okay. I don't know if that was the right choice or not. Oh, we got an encounter. You find a small patch of bogberries growing by the wayside. They don't grow much elsewhere. You know some are poisonous, but you've heard rumors that others have powerful benefits. Now, if only you can recall which one's which. Well, let's see here. So, the striped one would probably most likely be the poisonous one. Like, just because in my mind it stands out the most, so I'm going to use the reverse psychology the game's probably applying to me and eat the striped one. You eat the striped bogberry with a zap, like someone struck a live wire in your ear. You feel a rush of mental clarity. Eat the red one, probably heals me then, maybe. Eat the red. Goes down like hot coal, leaving blisters all down your gullet. You suspect that's bad. Okay, well, the red one's bad. What about the purple one? You watch as your words stitch back together. It's a bit eerie and itches like bog rash or wounds stick back together, but you wouldn't know you're not dead. Healed. Okay. Your belly is bursting and the bogberry bushes become barren, so you bail. Alright. So it was kind of a wash, really, I guess. At the gate to the Baron Enclave, you leave a message for Felimo, hoping your name still carries enough weight to get through the door. Sure enough, you're escorted inside, but it's not Felimo who greets you. You have 5 minutes, Grifter, then we trigger the attack protocols. Felimo wants me here, I assure you. I have sensitive information I know he'll want to see. And 2 pistols. Witnesses have seen you talking with leading members of the Rise. We know what's happening in the bread fields. It's only a matter of time before the Rise start to deal in assassinations. Let's convince you. Gain 1 permit. What's a permit? Whenever this argument takes damage, deal that much damage to a random opponent argument. Gain 2 resolve for each additional stack. Permit is an argument with 2 resolve. Interesting. I wonder if that's the authority card that I get. Pleasantries. I don't know. We'll do that. Pleasantries again. Improvise. Let's rig heads and apply some composure. Quit stealing my shit! Like, I fucking had a burn in hand. Am I tripping? Is that what I just used? Ugh. Whatever. Yeah, give me my shit back. There. Good enough, I guess. I'm gonna take some damage. At some point, I'll do combat with Rook. Of course not. Holy shit. Of course it wasn't heads. It never fucking will be. Alright, good. At least we can kill that. Rig of heads. Yeah. Rig to snail, then improvise a hostility card from your draw pile. Sure.